Hello and welcome to another episode of Mortgage Video Mastermind, where we bring you professionals who share insight into the latest trends, tips, industry, technology, and services to help you create more videos to use in your mortgage business.
And we're live.
Wow, that was easy.
Hi there. Okay, I think so. Okay, you guys keep talking. I'm going to see if we're live.
So we are sitting here today in the Princess Room, whatever that was, here in San Antonio, Texas.
Yep.
And we're here for an event that we're doing. Yep. But it's video day, and since we're always consistent with doing our videos, we thought we'd have video day here. So we're going to do our videos from the Princess Room. So,
make sure we are.
All right, perfect. So, so what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we were going to talk about last week, and it didn't happen.
It happened, but it didn't record. So did it really happen?
It didn't really happen. If it's not recorded, it didn't happen. So we were going to talk about what kind of videos to do during the holidays.
It's a great topic.
Yep.
You know, which goes to a question. A lot of people say, well, what do you do at the holidays? You know, like with our business, is it cool, you know, to be doing business, sales activity during the holidays? And I think when done right, I think it's very cool. And I think, doing video, especially this time of year, you can send some really cool messages. Because one thing, and I don't know how deep you want to get this particular topic, but understand that during the holidays, it's a great time to reach out with people, because a large percentage of the population actually struggles this time of year. Yeah. There's a lot of family issues, and families that sometimes they're getting together, and then Uncle Bob, and I should say anybody's name, right? Just hypothetically,
that seems like
that wasn't you, Uncle Bob. That wasn't meant to you. But
Sally.
Yeah, but there's a lot of family issues that come up this time of the year, and so a lot of people are going through a very hard time now. And so I think coming up with clever ways of sending videos as a kind of a pick-me-up on a very positive note, I think can help people, and sometimes acknowledging we understand that some people this time of year is having a hard time.
Well, and you mentioned, do you do sales videos? Are you reluctant to do a video about sales? And it doesn't have to be about sales specifically, because we're in the relationship business, and this is a great time of the year to build on relationships and talk about the relationships that we build, relationships that we're building moving forward, and being out there and building relationships and showing that you're somebody that can be trusted, that is a friend that you can build relationships with. That is sales in our business, right? Because we're trying to get people to know, like, and trust us.
Yeah. So I think it's a great time to be sending out videos, and I think it's a great time if you're just starting. It's a great time to be doing that, because doing them kind of like, let's call it on the fly,
right?
Where things can be a more casual approach to it, which is my personal favorite. Is I think it's a great time of year to do that. So if you're looking to do your first video, we're going to give you some ideas today of how to do that first video. And if you've been doing them, for a long time, we're going to give you even more. Like, don't stop doing it this time of year. Something that we notice on some of the stuff that we do, Ginger, is we actually get a higher viewership this time of year because more people are chilling at home a little bit, during the vacation.
They're not out. It's the summer, doing activities.
Yeah.
And they're catching up with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to have those videos out there to have them catch up with you is good.
Yeah.
So we have some ideas that we had talked about.
Yep.
On some
holiday hacks.
Holiday hacks.
Yeah.
So let's kind of unwrap those. So we, no matter what that is, now we're in the middle of Hanukkah right now.
Yeah.
So, you need to think about when you're doing holiday videos, how does it relate to where the holidays are laying out? Mm-hmm. So if you're celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. And that's a time. I mean, I would do a video. Like, I do not celebrate Hanukkah. My husband actually was raised Jewish, and so he has some of those traditions. I love it. So maybe if you're celebrating, share your traditions, share what you're doing. Maybe show the lighting of the Hanukkah candles, what that means. Because a lot of people don't understand the meaning that goes behind that, and so that's part of who you are.
And that's a great idea. So I can see, and these are like little short 2-3 minute videos.
Right.
where I would I'd do the video and I would say, hey, to my to those of you celebrating Hanukkah, hey, happy Hanukkah. For those of you who always wondered, what exactly is Hanukkah? Hey, here's a quick 2-minute breakdown of what Hanukkah is.
And this is what we do. And, you know, we're on night number 3. And so we light the 3rd candle and what that means. And you know, even the food or the, you know, the dreidel or, you know, those kind of things. People love they love learning about that.
It's a great idea. Because I know before we started this, you were talking about Hanukkah and I go, what, not knowing anything about Hanukkah really, I thought, what could I do? But that would be is give a quick breakdown of what it is. So it's a great idea.
Well, adopting new ideas, you know, I think one of the things too, just looking at understanding new ideas, maybe something you could unpack something like that. You know, and say, hey, I don't know anything about Hanukkah, so I sat down with a friend of mine who celebrates Hanukkah and talked about that. Because maybe you're in an area that, you know, you have someone that celebrates Hanukkah. So those are things you can do.
You know, and Carl's famous for saying, do it in a cool way.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with saying, and I think, what is it, 12 days? Okay, I hope I don't screw that up. But you say, you know, 10. Okay. Well, you say,
let's split the difference. Say there's 11.
Okay, so there's 11.
There's 11.
So you know what? In
let
my
us know.
business, there's 11 steps that I take every first-time homebuyer through to understand. And we're, you know, we celebrate Hanukkah, and there's these 11 steps, and let me tell you what that means and what it means to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Ways
ways
to
to sneak in something.
And you know, I
there,
think,
right?
and we're going to talk about some of the different topics for these videos, but you make a great point. So one thing I think is okay to do, and we were just talking about this before we click live here, is that it's always okay to give a real quick call to action, even if it has nothing to do with the video. And so even though I might be doing a video on insert in topic that we're getting ready to tell you, at the end of that video, no matter what I was talking about, say, hey, well, anyway, so that's a little bit about Hanukkah that you might not have known about. And so, hey, I just want to ask you a quick favor. So anytime you know of a friend, family, or coworker that's looking to buy, sell, or refinance, that's what I help people do. My name is Carl White with ABC Mortgage, and enjoy your week, and I'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you tomorrow with step 2.
Talk to you tomorrow with step 2.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
And just putting in that little, a quick 10-second little quick call to action at the end of every video, like every video. So yeah, I like that. So let's talk about some of the other different topics. So I like that Hanukkah topic. That's a great idea. Yeah. You know, but frankly, I don't want to harp on that one thing too much, but that would be, I've always wondered exactly what is it.
Yeah.
And I know about the candles, the 10 of them. Or 11, the 11 of them.
Whatever we decide.
I just don't know exactly what they mean. And even though I personally don't celebrate Hanukkah, I'd be interested to know what that is.
Absolutely.
So that's a great idea. I like it.
Yeah.
What's another topic we could do?
Okay, what's second on the list there?
So like
Eggnog recipe.
Yeah, doing a quick, simple little recipe.
Yeah.
And man, for me, I know exactly what I do on this one. I'd have somebody with my little iPhone.
Yeah.
And I'd be in my kitchen.
Yep. Set it up.
And that's the entire equipment. Yep. Right. Turn all the lights on in the kitchen. And I'd say, hey, thanks for joining me here today. Hey, in my case, grandfather Myers had a secret family recipe for eggnog.
See? And this is a video you got to make.
Yeah.
And it was a whole bottle.
And, yeah. Come to find out, it wasn't half a bottle; it's a whole bottle. Like whatever. But tell a little story of, hey, Aunt Susie used to do this, and do a little 2-minute video, whether it's eggnog or I actually did a video one time. It was one of my higher viewing videos. I hadn't thought about it until we just started talking about this, on how to grill a salmon outside on a smoker, and what topping to put on the salmon. Yeah. And I kind of emulated what's his name? Bam.
Emerald.
Emerald. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so I kind of did his flavor. I said, well, you do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then bam. And it was so that's how you prepare a salmon. So hey, just one more thing before you go in the kitchen and cook up your salmon. If you're out on the town, anytime a friend, family member, coworker is looking to buy, sell, or refinance, that's what I do. And I'd love to hear how your salmon worked out, or your favorite family recipe.
Yeah, you know what I love about that is bringing in that reminiscing because
story.
that's really reflecting.
Right.
You know, that's what a lot of times, that's what you do on holidays. And when you're reflecting on what it was like when you were a kid, like when I was growing up, my mom would make Christmas cookies. And there was like 7 or 8 different Christmas cookies, and we all had our favorite.
So tell me a little story.
So you tell a little story about, you know, you can smell it when you wake up in the morning. Your mom was working on cookies. What is she making today? Which batch, right? Because she made all these different kinds. And I put in a link, I put in the bottom, I put a link to my favorite recipe to that cookie, which was my personal favorite. But that reminiscing and that talking about how things used to be, and I remember
sitting there in the living room, smell it coming in.
Yeah. Those are those really vulnerable, those personal kind of things that you've got to. You should be okay having those conversations on video. It's not.
Yeah.
It's something that it creates trust.
Yeah.
It breaks down the barriers. People are just like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember maybe my mom made I don't know, fruit. What's the crazy thing that everybody had? Fruitcake. Yeah, whatever. Fruitcake. Everybody's got a fruitcake story. Throw that one out.
Right.
And you know, one thing, something else I've discovered is I can borrow somebody's story.
Yeah.
And here's what I mean by that. Is like, let's say, because look, hey, let's face it, during the holidays, we all come from different places, right? And for some of us, or for some people that might be watching this, or some of your audience might be watching it, Christmas, you know, you might not have a great story. Like maybe it was a painful time for you for some period of time, or maybe, you know, we all come from different places. Maybe you're going through a hard time during Christmas. You go, well, Scott, my grandma didn't make cookies, right? I didn't know who my grandma was, right? Different. But what I can do is I can borrow your story. And so I'd start the video. I never steal it. Say stealing it would be saying that's my story, but it's not.
Right.
But I can say, hey, I've got a very dear friend of mine, Ginger Bell, and she was telling me about how her grandmother would always bake these cookies, and she had to find out how to do it. Come to find out, what she did to do those was, and so I can borrow your story, and I still get 100% of the credit, even though I gave you credit for it.
Yeah.
So I love borrowing stories and telling other people's cool situations, because
There's no shortage of that.
there's no shortage of that.
Or I think about, if you want to do something and involve one of your partners, why not get together with a real estate agent and swap recipes?
Yes.
And tell the story.
Or
You don't even
Christmas
have to
stories.
cook. You don't even have to cook. I mean, you could go. I mean, we could go buy some cookies and put them on a plate and sit down like we are right now and say, okay, we've got the cookies here, and we all brought, each a memory and each a recipe. And so we're going to talk about, what are our favorite holiday recipes.
So now you got my synapses are firing. So I remember when I was a kid in elementary school, and I don't know when it started, maybe right after Thanksgiving, but you had the construction paper Santa Claus, and you would put a cotton ball for each day leading up to Christmas. So what if you did a video with your employees and you just shared what's your favorite holiday story?
I love
right?
that.
And those holiday stories can range from anything where we did this for the community, we did this in our family, we did this. How many people can you think of that you can share those memories with, especially your referral partners?
Yep.
Having that kind of conversation with them, and with Zoom, like what we're working with today, it's so easy to just pop on both of you on the screen there, share Christmas stories. How fantastic would that be?
Man, I tell you what I do. I love this referral partner thing, because what I do is I would set up referral partners and do favorite recipes, and then I'll tell them, hey, look, I'll do the video, and then I'll give you the video for you to push out. They push it out to theirs, and then I meet with realtor number 2. They push it out. Realtor number 3, they push it out. Realtor number 4, they push it out. Again, with a call to action. At the end of each one. And now I'm, somebody real smart taught me one time. He said, find somebody with a parade, and then find a cool way to get in front of that parade. And so these referral partners each have their own parade. And you're finding a cool way
to get in their car in the parade.
Yeah, to get in front of that.
You
parade.
bring the Mustang.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hey,
that's
let's
right.
get in your parade. You can ride in my car.
Yeah. So
and we should actually, we'll do an entire episode on that, but that is 100%. You do videos with your referral partners, and you make them look like rock stars so that they can use it in their marketing. Yeah. And for every partner,
so I don't send out to my list.
No.
They send out to their list.
You send it to their list. Yeah.
I love that idea.
It's a great strategy.
That's a great idea.
Fantastic.
We're done.
Right.
I was going to say, I don't think we're going to get through our list.
I'm going to write that one down.
No, but I can tell you people, and Alan Richardson is one of the most amazing people who do things like that too. But hi, Alan, he's making comments on great stuff. So,
Let's talk about something else. What's another thing?
So what's happening, I think is a good one.
Yeah, so I live in a little town of Palm Harbor, and we have this cute little Christmas parade. And so I would do, and I love that little
Do you
Christmas
get in front of
parade.
it?
I don't. But I sit on the sidelines trying to have beats thrown at me though. So I do that, you know. No, that's another story. But no, like what's happening? Like where's the Christmas parade and the 3 or 4 surrounding towns where you're at? What's happening? Or is the in my case, is a Florida orchestra playing Christmas music somewhere? Like kind of what
tree lighting?
Yeah, the tree lighting.
And there's always a neighborhood that all the neighbors fight for the best Christmas lights and the best Christmas displays.
Yeah, so a video of hey, some of the best Christmas lights can be found at this area, and this area, and that'd be another cool thing to send out. So great ideas. I like that stuff. And again, I think those kind of things are well received with people. And again, I can't get over your referral partner that doing one, what's happening with my referral partners and having like 10 of them lined up. And them sending it out to their database.
Well, especially because real estate agents are very hyper local. They're usually a community or a neighborhood. So there are going to be different things in all of those communities or neighborhoods that not everybody would know about. There's not going to be a ton of overlap.
So I don't know if they ever did this in Florida. You remember in California, they used to do, the realtors would get like these big vans and they would tour homes that were open.
Yeah, open houses.
Yeah. For Christmas lights at the holidays. So maybe, if there's houses that are, lit that are in areas where they would be selling something, a house, tie it in with the realtor and say, hey, maybe we could do it.
If you're in the Midwest, it's a hayride,
something like that. And then maybe even like bringing a Santa Claus in, if you want to do something at your office, have Santa Claus come in and you can take videos, of Santa talking to the kids, things like that. Lifetime memories, and that's what video does, is it helps create those lifetime memories, those lifetime opportunities, opening to the other person's parade, all those kind of things. And by, doing that, and I love the idea of doing it with a realtor partner, and having them go. I mean, why not even put them in the car and go take pictures of the lights, around the neighborhood?
Yeah, I'd probably do that video in front of one of the neighbors, like, hey, where the Christmas lights are this year. I would do that 3-minute video in front of one of these lights. So I think that'd be a good idea. Absolutely. I'll tell you another video I do, and I struggled with this at first, and then I thought, no, I think as long as our heart's in the right place, it's okay to do this video. And it's what we were talking about a little earlier, a giving back video. So one thing that we do is, so there's a center probably about 15 miles from my house called the Angelus House. And the Angelus House is for like severely mentally handicapped adults. Like these people they're in rough shape, right? They just are in rough shape. And so what we do is we contact with the director, and he tells us a Christmas wish list of the people, and we go buy a bunch of cool toys.
Nice.
And so we go do a video there of us delivering the toys to this place. But what I wanted to make sure was, I'm not saying that, hey, look at me, I'm cool, I'm doing this, right? And so I always say, hey, and the reason why we're doing this today is we want to help inspire others to do the same, which is the real reason we were doing it.
Yep.
But
and raise awareness.
It creates awareness. Yeah. And so this is the place that we do it at. So, find other places or other causes to go help. It's that time of year to do this.
Yeah.
So,
and you had talked about.
Well, yeah, to build on that, we talked about this a little bit earlier, is you could almost do a video out to your social network and just say, hey, our office would like to sponsor a family and help them, a family that's having a hard time. So if anybody knows of a family that's having a difficult time during the holidays, please reach out and contact us, because we'd like to put together this drive, whether it's food drive for a holiday dinner, toys for the kids, whatever the case may be. That's also another really cool way to give back. And maybe interview the friend, and the friend, what did you call the Oprah interview?
The Oprah
interview the friend, and the friend is just like, they've been my friend for 20 years. They fell on hard times. A lot of people went through hard times the last couple of years. It would be really nice if we could do this for them, and then kind of make that happen.
And you can do a video of like, hey, we're picking up the turkey today. or going to the mall. Hey, we're going to the toy store in here today.
Yeah.
And I think those are very well received. And I think you could totally pull those off without, giving the false appearance of, hey, look at me.
No,
when you're putting the spotlight on the situation and explaining, hey, the reason why we're sending this out is to encourage others to go do more of the same. Or if you'd like to help us
we're
with
asking
this,
for your help to help other people.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
Yeah, toy drives, all of those things are great to not just get involved in, but to increase awareness, do the video, and be able to involve your other partners. So I think that's the key. When you're looking for holiday videos and things to do, look for something that is going to have an emotion to it. So telling a story, being able to involve someone else, whether it's a real estate partner or an attorney. I mean, there's so many different partners you can do the videos with. And then I love putting the call to action. I think that's one thing that is always
have a call to action. So one thing you can do, like if you look at it's like some of the, and we're just throwing out some different ideas that we came up with, and probably like one thing you can do if you want to watch a real quick simple video is frankly just Google, like, I don't know, Christmas hacks, or holiday hacks or something like that, and just seeing the different ideas that come up on Google. And I might even do that on YouTube and look to see what they did as a video. Go, man, that was a pretty cool idea. I'm going to copy that one. Right. Yeah. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
Absolutely.
So we don't call it copying. We call it being inspired by.
That's right.
Being inspired by. And I think, Ginger, the a point that needs to be made on this is we don't need a fancy camera crew and a camera to do these kinds of things. That it's truly just as simple as like your smartphone, a little lapel microphone that's connected with a wire that we get on Amazon for like $17 or something like that. I do like somebody holding my camera, sometimes. I'm not as good as perhaps you are on doing the selfie thing with my arm,
I'm good at that.
Literally. And so because I see some of them, they pull it off, and but I think having somebody that's kind of holding the camera for me. Yeah. But it like, hey.
Or even not, just put it on a table. It's like that's what we've done here,
Yeah, the camera just sitting right here on the table.
Yeah, I mean that's all we did right here. So whatever you feel comfortable with is fine.
Or whatever's going to happen
now.
That's the thing is like
that's right.
Like the getting ready to get ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah, and you can use your you have your earbuds, right?
Yeah, they use for a great microphone.
You can use those just as well. The main thing is get out there and do it. But the first thing you have to do is make the commitment to do it. So say, okay, this month, the month of December, I am going to do 4 videos. And here's the 4 I'm going to do. Here's how I'm going to do it. And then put it in your schedule and get it done. And then promise yourself you're going to post it. Because so many times I hear from people, they're like, okay, I did it, but I can't send it to you.
I don't like it.
It's like, okay, record and send. That's the rule. Record and send.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Trust me, if I can be comfortable sending out this in a video, nobody's got more of a challenge than that. So just do it. That's what you look like. I look at these videos sometimes and I go, oh, I didn't like this. I didn't like that. It's what I look like,
So God gave you.
Yeah.
That's it. And you know what? When I'm walking down when I walk down the hall, hundreds of people are seeing that.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And we love you.
No, and I appreciate that. I love you too. So it's okay.
Yeah.
Like whoever you are is totally okay.
Come as you are.
Yeah, you're good enough, and just do them. Does the first couple look as good as the 100th one? Of course not.
You get better.
But you never get to the 100th one.
Your looks don't change. You get better too.
That's a great point. Your looks don't change. Yeah.
I guess
it's actually gotten worse over the years.
It kind of happens. One thing I'd sneak in there also is
great. Now I've got a complex here.
Right after Christmas, we're keeping all the fans, your raving fans behind the door.
I know, they're breaking down the door.
But right after Christmas, you have New Year's. And so New Year's, everybody's setting goals and people are having New Year's resolutions. Talk about a cool call to action. Hey, I've got these goals. What goals do you have this year? And open up the comment thread. Is your goal to buy a home? Is your goal to sneak that in there? And you can just, you've got New Year's right after Christmas. So you've got all the giving and the warm and the fuzzy. And then we've got the back to business. It's a new year. It's a new time. We're turning over a new leaf. And
Man,
you're getting ready. Carl's getting ready to pull out his.
Okay. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna save that for a video that we're gonna do closer to
New Year's.
New Year's, I think.
Okay.
So I think that's a really good idea.
Man,
too.
I got a great one for that. So that'll be our cliffhanger.
That's a cliffhanger.
That's
Great.
a cliffhanger.
Great.
And I'm actually gonna do an even more cliffhanger. So we've got our leadership video planner.
So Vanna White.
And we're gonna do a special edition next week. We're going
You're
to
Vanna and I'm White.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's right.
Or White.
So next week on Wednesday, this book will be
See, and that's the stuff that goes through the filter. The stuff that doesn't make it through the filter, you don't want to know what here. I'm just telling you.
So look for the Vanna White
Yeah.
book.
So what is this book?
Okay, so this book, as you know, last year I wrote the book Mortgage Video Planner, which was 52 weeks of ideas. So each week a different idea for you to go and do a video for consumers. Through that process, I talked to a lot of branch managers and regional managers, and they're like, hey, I love that idea, but I don't do videos for consumers. So what videos can I do? And it's like, what videos can you do? So we chatted and said, okay, let's do a leadership video planner. And so the planner has 52 weeks, same thing, a topic for each week. But what we do is we started off with a quote. So if you go to, this is week 8, and the quote is, that's actually, I'm going to change that one. We're going to do this one. We'll do week 10. Bo Jackson, set your goals high and don't stop until you get there. And so the idea is in doing a leadership video is for you to start off with a quote. So, hey, today, a quote that I love from Bo Jackson, set your goals high and don't stop until you get there. So let's talk about that. What are your goals? And, first of all, are you setting them? What are the things you need to do in order to set your goals? And are you setting them high enough? Because, sometimes people don't set their goals high enough. Now, the idea, everything we talked about here, as far as doing these videos with your partners, having them send them out to their parade, that's what this is about. So whether you're recruiting, you're a branch manager in recruiting, you do a video, you're seen as that leader, right?
Yeah.
You send them out to your team, you send them out to your real estate agents. Real estate agents are looking for this. No one's doing these kind of videos right now. Nobody's inspiring, and we need that.
Yeah.
This is so valuable because, especially as entrepreneurs, we get so busy running our business, you forget to love on your people.
Yeah.
And taking that time and committing that time and creating that video, putting it out there, you don't always get to have that communication with people. And sometimes your employees don't get to know you on that level, right? They don't always get that much one-on-one time. So that's an absolutely fantastic, especially with the realtor partners and the referral partners, getting that out there and helping them to kind of see what your moral compass looks like and what your values are and what's important to you and your team. You're not only helping them, you're telling your referral partners what's important to your team. So what kind of experience our team holds these values. Exactly. These are things that are important to us. So you can expect this kind of experience from doing business with us. That's a brilliant idea.
And one thing, another idea that I would love to take the credit for, but it wasn't my idea, it was Ginger's idea, was what we're going to do is there's 52 different topics on here, one for every week. And on these topics, what we're going to do is myself and Ginger, Scott, I know you're doing one. We're taking some of the industry leaders, and they're going to give you an example of each one of these. So in other words, so you'll see, hey, it's time to do video number 10. Here's the framework. Here's somebody doing it, copy, and then now you go do it. So if they're going, hey, what exactly would you say with that? We're going to give you an example from one of the industry leaders and top loan officers and branch managers around the country of an example that they would do for that one particular one. I know you're doing a couple, I'm doing a couple, and that's going to be a really good thing. So we're going to take all the guesswork out of it, and it's going to give you exactly, here's what you talk about, here's an example of it. Now you go do it, and you can totally copy the example. We're not going to be blasting it out, right? That's only for the people that get the book, so they know exactly what to do.
It's a teaching, and it's a coaching opportunity, and that's really the thing in doing videos. Oftentimes, being able to just have an idea, it's like, oh, I like that idea, and I would add this, or I would change this.
Make it your own.
And you don't have to be a branch manager. No matter who you are, you're a leader. And so, you know, making these kind of videos adds to your credibility as a leader in the industry, no matter what age you are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you can just be getting started in the industry and do these videos.
Man, that's a great quote. If you want to be a leader, act like one.
Yep.
Man, love that.
So very good.
Cool. So that's our shameless plug. Can I get the book now?
So you can pre-order the book online at leadershipvideoplanner.com. So if you go to leadershipvideoplanner.com, you can pre-order it. For a very limited time, we're doing pre-orders of $14.99. When it's released on Amazon, it's going to be $19.99. And all of the proceeds of this book go to Pulse of Honor.
Which is a really cool organization. So cool.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we're going to unpack more of it next week. We're going to have some leaders in the industry on with us.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the importance of leadership. So we're super excited about it. And thank you, the white part of Vanna White,
Vanna White.
for doing this with me. I'm super
Well,
excited.
it's an honor. When you asked me to invited me to be a part of it, I was just tickled pink. So I've always been a huge fan for a long time, and your last book was without question the best video book I've ever seen. So cool. That we work on it. So well, I've got to get back to the event here.
Let's
and,
go.
so we all do. So you're going to be on stage here in a little bit, and so looking forward to that. So hey, thanks for letting us be a part of your day today.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Okay, I'm going to